Oakdale Park update and business plan. I'm sure I'll do it. I'd asked Billy to come, and he is actually out of town right now. He has kind of headed this up and worked with some of the plan developers, ideally for not more than about 2 hours, to discuss with the developers and the group that was initially appointed, and kind of get everybody in the same room, because I don't think anybody has been in the same room yet. As far as construction, I know they continue to remodel the buildings, and from what I have seen, those look very good.
Well, let me ask a question, Conley. I think what is happening is fine. I think we're trying to get the cart before the horse sometimes. In my opinion, I'm frustrated because we have a design committee to certainly give the community input here, but it's for naught. I mean, well, I see a lot going on with Oakdale, but for us, I don't feel like that we've approved anything at all. We haven't seen anything, and I am extremely frustrated with this thing. The committee, there were a lot of great comments coming out of that stating, you know, we'd like to see the first thing to happen is to redevelop the entry or redevelop the fencing, and it is just stagnant out there, and we're coming upon the start of the season, and yet we are behind the eight ball here big time.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a business plan, we haven't seen an operations plan, we haven't seen what someone's vision is for 5 years from now.
I agree.
You stated that Billy was discussing with designers and architects.
Not necessarily designers and architects. With the I don't think they're the architect. I think it's that design, that planning firm like that.
Okay, but it was my clear understanding that from the very beginning that they would even meet with the design team that was appointed.
And I want that to happen.
And so you aware that there's been a master plan put together for that? Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
No. I didn't know there was one either, but when I visited down there, there's a master plan that I don't know who approved this plan, but there's a master plan that's already developed.
Well, see, and I didn't realize that.
Billy stood here 90 days ago at a meeting and said there's been a plan put together, but we haven't shared it with you. And I've been asking for the last 3 meetings for that plan to be shared with us.
So that's all I'm
asking.
I saw it, I didn't agree with it on a lot of things, but it's there at Oakdale, and Cindy has it in her office, so if you want to go view it, I guess that's going to be how you'll have to see it. So,
I just, again, I think that we're going about this the wrong way. And if I were just average citizen looking at what we're doing, I would be very angry. Because monies are just being spent, but I don't feel like we have any control over this.
I think there's a couple of people that actually saw it and thought about some minor adjustments, so I don't know what's going to happen with it. It may have to be revisited by y'all's group or 4B and everybody take a look at it again. So I think that would be a good time. We can all get a meeting again.
Yeah, but say I have not seen a master plan at all, and I wasn't really going.
What I'm very concerned about is that
I wouldn't realize there was one.
is things are happening and plans are being put together. We're not privy to them, and you know, I attended city council meetings, and I don't think that they went in front of P&Z. And what I heard recently is that they're going to take the Purple property, and that's where the RV spaces are being put. Well, did they go through P&Z?
And of that, I have no idea.
Who's approving this stuff?
That's what I wanted.
You know, I know there's been builders and developers come to city council with different plans about what they want to do. They have to go through P&Z. Why is this not going through the same process?
Conley, I'm calling for accountability here.
Yeah.
There has got to be, and we've got to stop some of what I call spending, and without us as the committee who is responsible for this having a knowledge of what's going on. If there is a master plan and our committee chair doesn't know about the master plan, there is something very wrong with this. And I'm extremely frustrated with this. I'm tired of it, and I'm speaking for the citizens. We've got to call an end to it and figure out where the money's going, have accountability, and have input from the community that we promised would have input. Period.
And may I say something? I do think that the citizens do have a right to see the master plan, or should be able to. see it,
Absolutely.
and to know what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
I asked someone, well, is the skating rink gonna be a skating rink? Well, you go out and ask the average person on the street, they don't know that, if the old skating rink's gonna be a skating rink, or what's being really done there.
Yes, I agree absolutely.
Well, meetings aren't exactly secret. I understand Billy couldn't be here tonight, but
Right.
it's been asked for.
Yeah.
Consistently.
I mean, I'm willing to spend whatever
Yeah.
time it is to make sure that we have every committee member here. Saturday mornings are the worst for me, but
Okay.
I'm willing to give up whatever night I
Okay.
have to.
Yes.
Whenever all this came up about Oakdale and information was sent out to people who would like to submit a bid or a plan or whatever you call that you submit, what did the city do with the ones that they received? Did any of you all see any of the ones that were received?
There was a committee that was put together. They came back with a committee report. We've seen that report. It was like an initial draft.
No,
But none of the details have been put together.
No, what I meant was, I know personally some people who submitted a letter of intent or whatever it was called,
Okay.
and the books, their brochures and everything.
Oh,
And I know they were not the only ones that made a submission.
I think what happened is the group that was put together by 4B, I think, did they not put it together and do it as a guideline? I think that 4B never saw a letter. We saw a guideline of majority or percentages of who wanted to do what, whether it was.
No, I'm talking about when the city, this is coming,
Bids on something.
bids on something.
Did someone bid on something? Did you all see the bids? I think is what you're asking.
No.
No.
Of course, it doesn't have to be bid till over 50,000, is that correct? Is it 50 or 70,000 per project? They don't have to-
What if somebody was making a bid on the whole project? What is the
Oh.
procedure for that? You send out your letter of intent of what you're gonna, what you're gonna do.
All that went through the city. Like, it never came to,
It never
here.
came to you all.
Yes.
Okay, then that would have gone to the city council too.
Yes,
They would have received all of that.
yes.
Would have, yes.
Did you all receive booklets
No.
and the letter?
We did not put out a bid. We basically contracted for professional services, which you do not bid.
Okay,
anyway,
if you did,
Because it is a professional service.
okay, did you,
And
what
the
did
amount
you
of
do
the
with the
professional
one?
service was under 10,000, or was under the limit that we have to put out an RFP for. Billy had an individual that he got
This is a
a
different
plan
deal.
from. And this is the plan we haven't seen yet.
Okay.
No, I think you're talking about the
You're
RV
talking about
consultant.
something else.
Yeah, and all he's doing is just doing the layout of how to put the spaces on the additional acreage that we have and maybe
Okay,
do some
but
things.
it
But
just
it's
went
just
to
that.
one person then? It
Yes.
didn't go to other people?
No.
Okay.
No, are you talking about just going down there and looking at what they got? Oh, for Oakdale?
I mean, I would like to see the design group here. I'd like to, get Billy here, get the, I mean, I would like to see more than just go down and look at it.
This meeting, I mean, just to clarify, we're gonna have the design group there. I think we should have representation, or do we still have a chairman of the design committee?
Mike Shaw was, I haven't spoken to Mike in a long time. I mean, you've probably spoken to Mike since I have.
He doesn't return my calls, so I don't know.
I think it's all fallen into Billy's lap, and I think what we should expect is the business plan that he said that he had 90 days ago, that he hadn't shared with us at that point. We should expect that and what the vision is.
Okay, now, and we did have a vision put together. And we had a good vision, a good kind of an overall view of what should happen. I think that should be incorporated with the design group. We need to make sure that that happens on behalf of our citizens, because that design team represented the citizens and communities. So